Hopper clocks are a useful redstone tool, and the ETHO hopper clock specifically is great for getting certain timings. When you have hoppers set up like this, pointed at each other, they'll send items back and forth. You can set it up pretty easily just by putting one down, pointing one at the other, and pointing a new one back at this one. Now, when I put an item in here, we'll see it get sent back and forth, which can be useful in and of itself if we have some comparators reading out from this. We can see it'll pulse as the item goes back and forth for seeing that there's an item in there. The issue comes if we want a longer time and we try to add more items. It'll just send the one item back and forth immediately, so they both stay on. What we can do instead is just use a redstone block to lock one of these hoppers, so now it won't send any items, and just the items will flow over to here. What we do want though is something to move this redstone block back and forth, so a couple of sticky pistons could be pretty useful for that. We'll have one here that'll push it over that way, and one over here that'll push it over this way. With some blocks powering these, we can have some redstone dust that'll power the pistons, and as the items flow back and forth, this block will lock the hoppers. So on this side, now that it's getting sent over, items are going from here to here, this comparator is powering things, but this block's pushed over, and even though the items are in here, it's powering this one. We see that both of them are being powered at the same time. But it's when one of them turns off for just a moment that it's able to get pushed back across. So as this one empties, when it reaches 0, this one will turn off for just a moment, allowing it to get sent across. So both of these will normally be on, meaning if you're reading out from this, be sure to be aware of where you're reading from, because you'll constantly have power here, but the block might be a better option for getting a signal that'll stay on every time that it moves over, with some dust, a repeater, another comparator, whatever you want to use. Or you could read from the hoppers themselves, looking similarly for pulses for when it turns off, maybe just using a redstone torch that stays off and turns on every time it swaps over. If you have this totally full of items, it runs for about 4 minutes and 21 seconds if I remember right, but you can find calculators online. Leave your redstone questions in the comments and subscribe for more daily tips. Join the Discord too to see when streams are and to download this world. It's pinned in the Redstone channel. Help support me on Coffee if you can too. Peace.